friends! Welcome back to Belle's Library. I'm Heather. And today we are going to be doing the 1 week, 1 shelf challenge. I got this idea from Emily Fox, who does it over on her channel. Basically, each week you randomly pick, I did a random number generator. I think she has all her number shelves in like a little jar she pulls. But you go to that shelf and then you have to read some books off of that shelf. So I just finished the kind of intro video introducing this idea and also just giving some life updates on where I've been, what's been going on, why I haven't been here on BookTube very much. And I picked my shelf, which is this one down here. And so I'm starting up my first week vlog here of doing this and trying to figure out what I'm going to read. So I definitely know that I'm going to be reading City of Ashes. This year, the Bookstara book club is doing a read-along of this Mortal Instruments series throughout the year, and I'm behind because I haven't been reading very much, and I'm trying to kind of get myself going on it, but I am actually already reading this, and I'm about halfway through. I'm like, I think just under 200 pages in or something. I'm like right around here. So I'm going to continue listening to this one on audiobook when I'm driving back and forth from work and stuff, and kind of fill you guys in there. I just also don't know if I want to also physically read it and just like really kind of try and get through it and then maybe get into the third one, which is where they are at this month. So I'm trying to, read both of these so I can catch up with the group. But I don't know if I'm gonna do that, or my other option is I could read A Darker Shade of Magic here. So I have actually read this, but it's been a long time, and I listened to it on audio, and I honestly think it would have gone better if I had physically read it. And just because there's a lot of weirdly named things and different stuff going on, so I kind of wanted to go back and physically reread it, as well as I feel like I need to just to kind of continue in the story. So I may physically read this one, and then just listen to that one on audio, and just see what I can even get through, hopefully at least the one book, and then I'll just kind of start into the next one have a little more time, or maybe, if I got the shelf again, I guess we would just keep going with these. But I just am not totally sure. I will say I love this collector's edition pack. It's really beautiful. The cover is so gorgeous, and then inside, I totally forgot it had all these beautiful pictures inside. This is Australis. I don't know. It's really pretty. And I think the back has some, let's see what's back here. So yeah, the back has some pictures as well. I just think it's fancy, So I may pick this up as well. I'm not totally sure. This is kind of where we're at. These are the possible reading adventures we're going on. For sure this one, possibly these two. We shall see, but I just wanted to say hey. I'm gonna actually sit up because I'm in a weird position, and then I'll talk to you about where I'm at in the book that I've already started. Okay, so like I said, I am about halfway into City of Ashes, and I don't know if it's my mood that's making me not enjoy this one very much, or if it's just super juvenile. But the first book I actually really enjoyed. I was enjoying just how easy and fast I could just read through it, and I was in a much better reading mood than I am now. So again, I can't tell if it's just because I'm in a funk, But I just haven't really been reading a ton, and it's just been hard to pick up books. So sometimes that makes it harder for me to enjoy a book. But I feel like this is just super early 2000s feeling, and just super young feeling, and I feel like a lot of people have read these, so this is probably a little bit of a spoiler if you haven't and you want to skip ahead a smidge, but I'm hating the Jace and Clary thing going on. They're siblings, and you're also trying to make it okay for them to be making out and have feelings for each other another way, and they should just hide it from everybody in the world or something so that they can be together. It's just kind of grossing me out, and it's weird and it's awkward, and I'm just not liking it. So if we could just take that out of the story, that would be really great. Or you need to like tell us that they aren't actually siblings, so that then they can have a relationship and we can be like rooting for it. Because right now it's just kind of weird and gross, and it's kind of taking me out of the story, unfortunately. So yeah, I at the moment am just kind of I'm going along with the story, and I want to read this series because I feel like a lot of people have, especially in the fantasy community. I feel like there's such a big story that I want to know, what's going on in here. But definitely enjoyed the first book more than I'm enjoying this one at the moment. And I don't know, I'm just not super entertained. Like, I feel like it just feels like it's going through the motions, but nothing's really gripping me and making me feel for the characters or feel like these situations are really all that dangerous or exciting or anything. Just not a lot of feelings going into this one at the moment, unfortunately. So I'm hoping that maybe it'll pick up a little bit, and hopefully my reading mood will pick up and I'll start enjoying it a little bit more, but definitely not enjoying it as much as the first book. So we'll have to kind of see where it goes. But that's my update there. And I guess I'll be back at some point to update you guys when I read a little bit more. I have to figure out what that reading's going to be first. Hi, lovely friends. So it's the next day. Look at me go. I've actually done a little bit of reading. Super excited and proud of myself. So I did decide to actually pick up A Dark Shade of Magic. I figure City of Ashes, I will just continue on audiobook like I've been listening to, and then physically I can read this one. So, and this edition actually has a little ribbon in it to help me keep my place, which I am enjoying. Let's see where I'm at. I am about to start part 3 here, and I'm about 60 pages in. So, not like, a profound amount of reading done, but it got me into the story a little bit. If you don't know what this is about, we're following Kel, and he is an Antari, and he can basically move through these different Londons. So it's basically like there's 4 different worlds, and they all have this London, and he brings letters between the kings and queens in these different Londons. Now, he does not go to Black London. That London got consumed by magic and is like a dead London now. But he lives in Red London, which is very prosperous and full of magic. And then Gray London is like our world that has no magic. And then there's also White London, which is a little bit more like they have magic, but hey, no. Puppy, she likes to chew on everything. So White London has magic, but they have kind of started turning towards bad ways, and there's a lot of crime and stuff like that there. So we're following Kel as he's kind of traveling through Red London right now and Gray London, and doing some correspondence, and we're just learning a little more about him. He's actually treated as the son of the king and queen in Red London and kind of part of their family, and Antari are very, very rare. There's only 2 of them right now in the world, and nobody really knows why somebody is born to be an Antari. It doesn't follow bloodlines or anything, and there seems to be less and less ever since they closed the gates between the worlds. They actually used to be open so other people could move through them, but now only the Antari can. So that's kind of what's going on right now here. Hey, no tinkle, Miss Mel. Puppies, guys. So I'm okay with getting back into the story. I obviously have read this before, so I do know some of this. Timmy's not very thrilled that there's a puppy in the house. he gets a little grumpy with her. So they're just kind of, let's see. There's little Mel. Timmy, where'd you go? Timmy's hiding behind me right now. I can't really see him very well, but there's a little Tim. There's the little Tim. So anyways, I forget what I was saying. How I'm feeling about it.
I'm feeling, I don't know, that I'm loving the writing style right now, but I'm just trying to like get back into the story a little bit. But I'm not like super hooked yet. So hopefully I don't fully remember everything that kind of happened towards the end of the book. So hopefully I'll be able to like, you know, really start getting invested as I'm remembering less and less, and can get back into this world a little bit more, because it's an interesting concept, and I know that Lila is going to be kind of making her entrance soon, and I really enjoyed her as a character, so I'm intrigued for her to be kind of brought into the dynamics and ruffle up Kel's life a little bit. So that's where I'm at. So what's happening, I'm headed to work today. Obviously I'm in scrubs, so I'm about to leave. I actually probably need to go, like, yeah, in 1 minute. So I just wanted to update you guys really fast. And then on my way to and from work today, I will read or listen to City of Ashes. I'm gonna bring this with me. I got my little book bag, in case I have some time on my break to possibly read. I don't usually have a ton of time on my break to do so, because I'm usually trying to eat and drink some coffee, and occasionally one of the other nurses is back there too, so we'll just sit and chat. But if I have time, I'll have my book and I'll pull it out. Hey guys, I'm back for a quick update before I head to work. Excuse the wet hair, I'm working on it. But I listened back and forth to more of the audiobook of this, and I found where I'm at in the book. So I'm about 280 pages in, and I think it's a little over 400 pages-ish. Yeah, like 450, so we're making it through. I think it's like 60% through. It's fine. I'm not loving it. It's a little more entertaining than it was, mainly just like, because I kind of wasn't liking it in the beginning, and now I'm just kind of like at the fine level. It's going okay. I think the incest stuff just throws me off. I don't understand, but whatever. I'm kind of curious as to what Jace is up to. He's throwing some curveballs, not really sure what he's doing, but also, like, I feel like we're about to kind of find out a little bit more about maybe some extra abilities that Jace and Clary have, so kind of curious if that's a thing or not. I don't know, maybe I'm just inventing this in my head, but I feel like they're gonna have a little something more going on. But yeah, it's going fine, we're working through it. That's where we're at. I gotta work again today, and then I'll be off for the weekend. So I'm gonna listen to this some more on my drive and keep kind of trucking through it. I didn't get to read yesterday on my break. Work was crazy. It was definitely a really rough day. It was super busy. I feel like I sat down for less than an hour the entire day, and I just was constantly behind. Everybody wanted everything in the world, and I just could not clone myself. So it's one of those kinds of days, and we're gonna hope that today is gonna be like a million times better than that. So anyways, that's my quick.
Hello. It is now Saturday, and I wanted to say hey really fast. Honestly, it's really warm, so yeah, not gonna chat for too long in the car here because it's hot and I can't really have the AC going too much while I'm talking, otherwise it's loud. But I just ran into Walmart and did some shopping, as you can see behind me. Puppy just needs some stuff. Like, we got her a little crate. We left her home alone for a little while yesterday, and tried to have her in a little more contained space, but we just didn't have like anything too small, and it just did not go well. She chewed up my daughter's shoes. She pulled a book off of my bookshelf and chewed it. So we're thinking, like, if we're gonna be gone for a little while, we may need to just kind of have her a little spot to be until she can learn to not be chewing on everything. Also picked her up some bones and more chew toys and stuff to see if that will help at all. She has a few things right now, but I don't know, maybe she needs more. And we got some like containers to put the dog and cat food in because she has been in everything. She literally chewed a hole in the cat food bag at the bottom to get to the cat food. Like, this dog, she's gonna just
She's gonna be expensive, I feel like. So yeah, did some of that, got a pressure washer. I will have to show you guys later. This morning, so we've been working on our backyard. It has like a big patio area, but like it has like a ton of like mud, and like all these vines had like grown and like gotten all over the patio, and it was crazy messy. And today we finally finished like clearing off the patio area. And my husband's gonna like pressure wash it, and yeah, excited because it's looking really good. And so worked on that for a couple hours this morning, so I'll try and show you guys a little bit later how that's looking as we're kind of working on that. And I don't know, just grabbed like some fruits and veggies and stuff that we needed, and a couple things like that. Not too much there, but yeah, quick Walmart haul. I'm gonna head home before all this stuff gets too hot, including myself. Reading wise, I haven't picked up a darker shade of Magic since I last talked to you guys. With work, it just hasn't really happened, but hopefully today. I'm off today and tomorrow. And then I have been listening to City of Ashes. I'm about 80% into the audiobook now. There's 2 hours total left, so it'll take me about like an hour to get through that, and I'll listen on my way home. So getting there, and it's going fine. It's definitely like, you know, building up to its big in battle scene type thing. So I'm wondering if there'll be any like kind of shocking revelations or moments. I guess we'll find out. But yeah, just wanted to say a quick hey, and now I'm going to turn the AC on, and I'll talk to you guys later. Okay, so I told you guys I was going to show you kind of this back patio today. Sorry, it is a little bit wet, and our furniture is not on it because we were just trying to pressure wash it some. And our hose is not off. So what me and my husband have been working on is trying to get back to this little kind of edge there, because it literally, all of these vines and everything were overgrown, like all on here, and it had just been like this avalanche of mud from when it rained. It just would all come down the hill. It literally came out probably to right around there, all the way down, just like covering all of that. So you couldn't even tell that there was like patio. It was ridiculous and crazy. And the drain when we first moved in was completely clogged with like mud and sticks and like all kinds of stuff. We had to like unclog it. It was crazy. So huge progress today. Today we finished from like here all the way over, and then the like a couple weeks ago we did the other half. It's just been a little hot, and just the weather hasn't quite cooperated. But yeah, that's what we're working on. We still have lots of stuff we have to do to get rid of all these overgrown vines, and it's just kind of crazy in our backyard, but we're working on it. Good morning, you guys. I just woke up a few minutes ago, and it's really early, but it's Father's Day. The dog did not want to sleep, so I'm trying to let my husband get a little extra rest. But yeah, she definitely woke us up at like 6:30 this morning. Huh, you little booger. You're lucky you're cute. So, anyways, I figured I would just kind of read a little bit more. I tried reading last night. I started like falling asleep. I was so tired. Such a busy day with all the pulling weeds, going to the store, doing this, that, and the other. So, I'm going to work on this a little bit. I did get to... Let's see, I'm on page 97, so I'm a little bit in, not that much. I think I read like 30 pages. And, oh, we switched dogs. Hi, Tim. Hi, Tim. Here he is. There's the buddy. Hey, can we see your face instead of your booty? Tim, come here. No. Oh. All right. Well, anyways, we got introduced back to Lila, which I think she is one of the characters that I really remember the most. Although reading through the first like scene, I completely forgot about how we're kind of introduced to her. I thought it was when she first met Kel, but it's not. And the scene with the boat and stuff, if you read the book, you might remember. But I completely forgot that scene, which is a very
tough scene in certain ways. So yeah, I mean, it's not really written like super, super bad, but like you can just imagine as a woman, it's a rough scene. So yeah, I'm excited to see more from her. And Kel is making his first adventure into White London at the moment. So that's where I'm going to kind of jump back in here and kind of try and keep these puppies quiet for a little bit longer so my husband can sleep a little bit. Yeah. Tim, what you doing? Hi, buddy. Hi, buddy. Oh, you're such a good boy. Yes, Mel. Hi, beautiful girl. What you doing, Tim? Let me get your toy. Let me get your toy. I got it. I got it. Morning, guys. It's been a couple days. It is now Tuesday, and things just have been busy. Sunday was Father's Day. Ended up, making breakfast for my husband and hanging out with my dad for a while, and had some pizza for dinner, and doing the things. And then yesterday I worked, and then I also worked today. So I haven't, unfortunately, been able to get too far into A Dark Shade of Magic, but I did finish up City of Ashes yesterday when I was driving home. And she's excited that I'm talking over here. It's like I'm talking to you, huh, Miss Mel? Yeah, am I talking to you, you silly puppy? Oh, you need some love. You need some love. Okay, can I talk to the camera here now? So let's go ahead and do City of Ashes and talk about this guy here. So like I said, I finished this on my drive home last night. So yay, I did finish a book during this vlog. Woohoo! This one I didn't enjoy as much as City of Bones. I didn't feel very invested in the characters or the journey that they were going on. I'm not enjoying the love connections at all. I do think Simon and Maya could be kind of cute, and I'm still very much enjoying the character of Magnus. He was probably one of my favorites in the first book. I really like his character here. I wish we saw more of him. I think he's a really fun character. So overall, I'm just kind of feeling fine feelings about this, so it's probably around a 3-star. I haven't put it in call pile, but that's just where I'm thinking it's probably going to be. Excuse all of the animals. Here we go. So then in A Darker Shade of Magic, I am, let's see how far I am. Last night I made it to page 160. And so we just had Kel and Lila kind of starting to meet and their first scenes together and some of the kind of chaos that is ensuing. We're getting into our problem. Stop. Sit. Little girl. And so it's going well. I'm enjoying it. I'm enjoying it a lot more as a physical read, I think, than as the audiobook. I'm catching on to things. I really don't remember a lot of things I'm realizing from this book. So it's been very nice to kind of just go back to this guy. So hopefully I'll be able to read a little bit more tonight after work. But I doubt that I will actually finish it tonight. I'm thinking tomorrow maybe I can just try and extend this vlog just to finish this up, and then we'll also start next week's One Week One Shelf tomorrow as well, and we'll pick our shelf for next week's video. So hopefully I can finish this for this vlog. I would hate to, I don't know. I mean, if I have to continue it into the next one, and then we'll hopefully get a shelf that I have some smaller books that I can just get through quickly or something. I don't know. We'll figure it out then, but that's
Alright guys, it is Wednesday. It's time to close out this vlog and start into the next week of this really fun challenge. It's really I'm really proud of myself because I finished 2 books this past week and I haven't done that in a chunk of time here. So I feel like it's helping me get back into the groove of reading as well as vlogging and talking to you guys and just making me get back to feeling like myself a little bit too, because I'm taking a little time to do something for me and
something that I enjoy, and it's feeling great, and it's wonderful, and I'm loving it. So finished both of these. I finished this one up this morning. I am so happy that I was able to get through them both. So City of Ashes, I ran it through Crawpile. We are sticking with the 3-star. Definitely just didn't quite hit me as well as the first one. I don't know if it's my mood, the audiobook, or the book overall. It wasn't my vibe. I definitely was not enjoying kind of Jason Clary's relationship as much. I didn't feel connected to any of the story or the characters or anything. It just wasn't quite working for me this time. And then I reread A Darker Shade of Magic before I had read it audiobook. This time I read it physically, and I definitely enjoyed it a little bit more than the audiobook, I think, but still I gave it a 4-star last time, and it's a still solid 4-star for me this time. I really enjoy the characters in here. I think that Kel's very unique, and the way that, he kind of is a good guy, but then he also has these certain things that he does that maybe aren't the greatest, like he's got this little side to him that's a little more sneaky that he hides from everyone. And then we have Lila, who is bad and she knows it and she's happy with it, but also she has that little bit of good in her too, and so the mix of them together I adore. The overall plotline and story was entertaining and a good ride, and I feel like I really was flying through this book, reading it really quickly, and I was enjoying that. I just don't feel like it had that extra oomph that I was just like, I'm addicted to the story to make it a 5, but it was still a really solid, well done read, and I'm excited to continue the series and see where it's gonna go. So, finished those 2 books off of shelf number 8, and now we're gonna go ahead and do the next random number generator and check out what shelf will be a part of next week's vlog and what I might be reading. So, let's see if we can get you seeing this number here is what we're looking at. So, shelf number 4, you can check that out. So, that's going to be the bottom of this side, so I guess we're going to be reading some more fantasy. So, let me kind of direct you guys down that way. Okay, so we're down here on this bottom shelf, checking this one out. So, let's go ahead and look at what is on this shelf. And so I have read Heartless, but Half Sick of Shadows might be kind of fun. It's supposed to be a King Arthur retelling. Legendborn, love this one. I haven't read Addie LaRue, so that's an option. Read, and read. This one was my most recent book of the month pick, The Stardust Thief. Haven't really heard anything about it, but it kind of, the synopsis sounds like it reminds me of City of Brass with some like djinn and kind of Middle Eastern fantasy type thing, maybe. I haven't read Girl Serpent Thorn. That would be a good one. Whoa, bust out here all loud, huh? Read this whole series. Read that one. Star Daughter might be a good one because that's all my self-destruct books, and those are coming up really soon, and I've been really needing to read this one. Just not super motivated to. I don't know if this is the time since I'm not reading super well. So I've got a few options. We'll have to see what I decide.